I'll do the time. Or you do the time?
No, you can do time.
That way you can do that?
Yeah. Do you want my question? Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you that.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Today is a day for condolences and grieving. I, Danielle Vo, a representative of the Department of Defense, am here to speak about the tragic incident that has happened on July 4th, 1999. At about 3 a.m., Private Winchell was beaten to death by a bat by Private Glover. Army investigators have reported that Glover's intent was to punish Winchell for being gay. We are still thoroughly investigating the situation and taking proper steps to assess the situation. The Department of Defense is very apologetic that this has happened and is taking a good look at our don't ask, don't tell policy and what we need to fix. Although today we have lost a battle for the good, but a war is long and difficult. We will not give up until we win against the prejudice of homosexuality. I will now turn the floor to Army Sergeant Major Cameron Trevino.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming today to the press conference regarding the death of Private Winchell. We truly mourn his death, and we are also here today to show our condolences for Winchell's family and friends. Along with Private Winchell's death, Danielle and I are going to answer some questions about the don't ask, don't tell policy regarding Winchell's tragic incident. As Danielle mentioned, my unit for the Army investigators are thoroughly researching evidence and answers to the true story of Private Winchell's cause of death. Our primary goal today is to protect the home front and the flight of all prejudices of homosexuality. Despite the greatness of today, tomorrow we seek the rainbow ahead.
We will now be taking questions.
According to the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, gay soldiers were unable to express their homosexuality. If changes are made, does this mean these soldiers can be openly gay?
As I stated earlier, we are taking a good look at the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, and if changes are made to where soldiers are able to be open about their sexuality, we will fully respect each soldier's choice in being homosexual or heterosexual, and work together in all branches of the military as a united front, and not let sexual orientation get in the way of our main goal, protecting the United States of America.
Next question.
Are there any other prejudices unknown within the military?
We are currently investigating all military bases and searching for unreported cases about the harassment towards homosexuals. We're also investigating for any cases of abuses of any kind. At this moment, this press conference is primarily focused on addressing questions related to the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy and Winchell and Glover.
How many soldiers do you think have been experiencing abuse because of their sexual orientation?
At this moment, we are primarily focusing on the current situation between Winchell and Glover, but we are still fully investigating this tragic incident, leaving no stone unturned. We are also investigating other cases of unreported abuse of any sort of prejudice in the military. We will bring justice to the harassed and punish those who deserve it.
Next question. In the back.
How would this affect shower or bathroom arrangements for soldiers?
Good question. The shower bathroom arrangements between the soldiers will be the same. There will be no changes regarding the segregation of homosexuals and heterosexuals. To prevent any sort of sexual orientation prejudices, if you are a man, you will shower with other men. If you are a woman, you will shower with other women. Any sort of sexual harassment and abuse can and should be reported to the higher claim of the command, so that further actions can be implemented and will be taken. Next question.
Do you think the military should value everyone that enlists to serve this country, regardless of their sexual orientation?
Yes, I do think the military should value everybody, regardless of their sexual orientation, primarily because we aren't searching for soldiers who are homosexual or heterosexual. That has nothing to do with fighting a war. It's if you're fit enough and if we are able to rely on you. Next question, please.
Is it normal that these instances of abuse often occur within the military branches?
Currently, we are thoroughly investigating all situations regarding prejudice and abuse within the military. Information regarding these instances of abuse will not be revealed to the public because of privacy rights and will be handled privately within the military. Next question.
How far will you go to stop this situation from happening again?
The Department of Defense and all branches of the military are working together to investigate the current situation. Right now, we are taking steps in higher measures by looking over the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy and thoroughly investigating every base on incidents regarding abuse or harassment because of any sort of prejudice. We're doing our best to make sure this situation will never happen again.
How will this affect military recruiting?
No changes will be made in the military recruiting. We will take anyone fit enough to, regardless of their gender, race, or sexual orientation. This goes for all branches of the military service. Next question. Yes, sir.
What do you say to privates that we talk to who say that they refuse to serve with someone who's homosexual, especially in combat situations?
I would say to them, during combat, when your life is on the line with your comrade, does it matter if it comes down to him being gay or not? Because in the end, it's if you're going to live. That's the most important matter.
Yes, sir.
It's my understanding that some of the soldiers and military personnel have been making light of the situation. How are you guys going to handle that?
To my knowledge, we are not making light of the situation. Currently, right now, as I've stated before in our statement, we are taking the situation very seriously, and we are taking higher measures and every step to make sure that all of our military branches get briefed and have enough knowledge to know and respect each soldier's choice of being homosexual or heterosexual. Next question, please.
Sir.
Isn't this really just an attempt by the Obama administration to court the gay vote?
Sorry, can you repeat that one?
Isn't this really just an attempt by the Obama administration to court the gay vote for the election coming up?
Do you want me to answer this question? No, it is not.
No.
I believe it's not about the presidential candidacy Obama trying to quit the gay vote. It's really about protecting the rights of our citizens, whether they're homosexual or heterosexual. Next question, please. Yes.
Did you guys have any previous knowledge that there was an issue between these two soldiers before this happened?
We've heard a couple of claims privately within the military, but all these claims and reports of harassment have been handled very privately, and we would like to keep it that way, not to get rumored around any type of military to distract them from what our main goal is to protect America. Anybody else?
Is this the worst instance of prejudice against homosexuals that you've seen so far in the military?
By far, I would say it would be, and we would never want this to happen again, like by any chance.
As I stated, we're very apologetic and we're very sorry, and we're taking every step that we can to make
Every
sure
measure.
this problem never happens again.
Yes.
Has anyone else complained about being treated unfairly since this has came out into the open?
As we stated, we are still currently investigating any sort of abuse, and we're going through every step to make sure that this never happens again. And if there were any unreported cases of abuse, we will go through our private proper steps to handle it.
We encourage all the reports.
Yes.
All right, one more question.
You mentioned taking steps and measures to better the situation. What are these steps and measures?
Currently, right now, we have all our higher chain of command briefing our soldiers so that they have proper knowledge, and we're going through our past cases and we're looking them over. As we stated, everything will be handled privately, and if anybody in the military has a problem, we have an open door policy. They can always go to the higher chain of command to report this incident of abuse. Thank you. That's all the time we have today. And if you guys have any more questions, please contact us at dadtpolicy@govworks.com.